Hi, this is a question for Mr. Wolpert, and I was just wondering if I think you already talked about this, but if you are a healthy person and you don't have any genetic predisposition to diabetes, what can the eating of sugary foods do to you as far as deleterious consequences?
Sugary foods. How could that affect you?
Well, that's one of the myths sometimes that is that eating sugar can cause diabetes. Generally, the American Diabetes Association, the American Dietetic Association, the United States Department of Agriculture, as well as American Heart Association have some general guidelines on healthy eating. So while folks who have a predisposition to diabetes for one of the risk factors mentioned earlier, or who have excessive body fat, have more sedentary life, that there's more of a challenge in terms of being able to use that glucose, especially simple sugars, for energy. So the general guidelines for healthy eating, and I think Nalini is going to talk a little bit about the United States Department of Agriculture just released the new guidelines for Americans for healthy eating, which focus much on portion control. A lot of what we're talking about is moderation. So, nobody needs excessive sugary snacks. It's not rocket science. It's something that we all know. It's more about strategies of how to incorporate patterns of healthy eating in our lives, which can be a real challenge in America. So finding those hidden sugars that you don't necessarily need, and basing carbohydrates, as Nalini said, from complex plant-based sources which are not overly processed, and finding balance and moderation in the diet, which takes planning.
Yeah, the moderation is the issue.
And also high sugary foods, they do not have the nutrient value.
Like sodas.
Yes, sodas, and also the donuts, and basically the white flour and the sugar. As Ken said, sugar does not cause diabetes per se, but there are other factors that would involve like the risk factors, plus the obesity, overweight, and lack of physical activity, and the family history, genetics, all those things. But as per sugar intake, just making sure we involve a variety. And we have got to have moderation. It doesn't mean you have got to cut down or give away your favorite food. If it's a piece of cake or anything, you can have that in moderation as long as you incorporate into your meal plan, and also watching your blood glucose, whether it is within the target that you need to, so forth.